How do we build the people we love? Listen to this. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Inspiring Hope. This is your weekly boost of uplifting Jewish inspiration. I'm Rabbi Tzvi Sytner, and on behalf of the Village Shul and H.com, I want to thank everybody for listening. I also want to thank this week's sponsors. Today's talk is sponsored by Willie and Rosalind Tenser in memory of Willie's father, Reuven ben Moshe, may his neshama have an aliyah, as well as by Les and Eva Superior in honor of the yahrzeit of Eva's mother, Pearl Bas Naftali, may her neshama have an aliyah as well. Lastly, by the awesome 2018 Momentum Brothers in honor of Rabbi Sytner's birthday. Thank you. May he continue to provide inspiration, das, and hope for the whole community. And thank you all for your sponsorships. So, over the last year, schools have been constantly opening and closing. And it's been a tough year for kids, for parents, for teachers, for everybody. But being home with my kids reminded me that while there is formal education by school teachers, at home, we are the teachers for our kids. And whether you're a teacher in school or teaching at home as a parent, it's such an impactful role. It kind of reminds you of this very powerful story that I once heard about this teacher. There was a young man who recognized his teacher at a wedding. And he goes up to him, he says, "Rabbi, do you remember me?" The rabbi says, "Of course, Adam, you were my student in 3rd grade. What are you up to now?" Adam says, "Well, I'm actually a teacher myself right now. And I was inspired to teach because of you." The rabbi was shocked. Adam says, "I'm sure you remember the story, right? But I'll remind you." He said, "One day, one of the boys in the class came in with this fancy new digital watch. He said, I was so jealous. My family could never afford a watch like that. And so one day, during recess, when the boy left his watch on the desk, I took it and I put it in my backpack. Now, immediately, the boy told you that someone stole his watch. And you told the class that whoever took it should just return it. But no one did. I was just too embarrassed. I couldn't do it. So you had all of us line up against the wall with our eyes closed and our backpacks open. And you went from bag to bag to bag searching. And when you got to me, you pulled the watch out. And I thought for sure, that's it. I'm busted. It's over. He's going to embarrass me in front of the whole class. But instead, you just continued going down the line through each bag. And at the end, you gave the watch back to the boy. That day, you saved my dignity. Instead of being labeled as a liar and a thief, I was able to go on with my life as normal. And that day, you taught me the power of an educator. And that's when I decided that this is what I want to do with my life. So when Adam finished telling the story, he couldn't believe that his Rabbi didn't remember. He said, "Come on, when you see me now, doesn't it remind you of that story when you had us all close our eyes?" The rabbi looked straight into Adam's eyes and he said, "Of course I remember this story. I just never knew that you were the boy who stole the watch. Because I also closed my eyes that day so that I wouldn't know and forever look down on the boy who stole the watch." You know, parents and teachers have such a powerful role. But we have to remember that in order to build people, we need to build people. When we criticize those around us with harsh, critical words, we can crush them. But the best way to build our children, and our spouse for that matter, is by being their biggest advocates. And when we do need to correct them, to do it with love, sensitivity, and kindness. Because when you believe in your loved ones and treat them with respect, they start to believe in themselves and gain self-respect. But just like that, Rabbi, sometimes it's important for us to close our eyes and to look away and not criticize everything we see so that we don't ever stop believing in and building our children and the people we love. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to send me a message or sponsor the next episode, just email me at hope@h.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.